So, um, looking back at the past week, we've had a number of battles, a number of key events, right? For the cycle as a whole. Young Guard, you had the opportunity to go up against KGL, BA's. It's basically the entirety of BA Asia, right? And you went up against their center, their grenadiers. These people have been filtered through, picked through events, and sought to be the better 2/3 of BA Asia as a whole. And you guys, Young Guard, have not let your sponsors down. You guys beat BA, and you managed to pick out a 500 point lead. So be proud of yourself for that, and good job. There were a number of JG exiles, but don't worry about that. That's just us picking out the good people from the bad. And since you've been here for 2 weeks by now, that clearly means that you've distincted yourselves from those bad apples, right? We've picked out the diamonds from the rough, and here are these diamonds today. For MG, right? Like I said already, Spooke's leave. A lot of you have been here since he's been here at the very beginning. And Asia has had a number of ups and downs at each sequence of command. Vicosis doing some monkey moments and then leaving. Spooke picking up the mantle right after, doing it basically himself along with the guard staff who were there at that time. And you guys have been staying here throughout. Special shout out to the Fusiliers. A lot of you have been long-time veterans that have been here for 6 months? In the Guard, that's half a year. You guys are in the literal embodiment of fidelity in the Guard. And with VG opening up in the matter of about a month or so, you guys will be sure to pick those rewards when it comes out. Fus Chairs, you guys are the newer kids in MG. When the reforms happened, you guys were picked out from the best of JG, and some of you were from the old middle guard, and you guys have performed well, right? You guys, despite being the new kids on the block, have distincted yourselves in battle, showed yourselves to be an extremely good superior company in many of the battles that you've done so far, not only in mixed internals, but also in real proper battles, right? And have been a good driving force along with your officers of a long-time veteran, Velo, who's been here for 7 months now, maybe 8 months. And of course, our newest addition to the staff team, Zan, who's been leading you guys to great combat efficiency. So along with our theme of triumphs today, we are going to be moving on ahead with the sapper picks. So I will be doing the sapper picks for the middle guard, before Skelebobs will come on up to do his sapper picks for the TG, and then Society for TC. Right, so without further ado, let me pull up the guard leaderboard. Beginning off, starting off with, give me a moment. So, starting off with my favorite regiment in the Guard, for very obvious reasons, the Fusilier Grenadiers. I would like to welcome, at first place, Mr. Elcrab. So if you could kindly step out of formation and up to the front, thank you very much. Now, Mr. Elcrab here, again, has been a veteran of the Guard. He's been here since Vicosis era before he took a short break, and then he has come back and returned to glorious service under the Emperor's Imperial Guard. Now, Mr. Elcrab here, right, is a permanent flag guard. He took up the responsibility of being a flag guard, protecting the flag, which is, as you guys should already know, is literally the representation of the company. And despite being a flag guard, he has done well in that regard, and he's earned himself a lot of points. And coming in at 357 points at 7 events of attendance, Mr. Elcrab is going to be one of the new sappers. Now, coming in at number 2, this man is a familiar face for many of the young guard, right? We haven't seen him around for very, very long, but you've seen him at the previous inspection already. He is a seasoned veteran killer, and he has proved himself to be in the consistent top fraggers of the middle guard as a whole. So may I welcome, already sapper, Mr. Spaceman 1945 up on over to continue his service as a sapper. last but certainly not least. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, can we get a control to the guard for our two sapper candidates up here so far? So 3, 2, 1, the guard. And coming on over from a far east sphere of the world as a whole, right? This man has been a very capable and competent killer. A new addition, right? I remember when he was in the Young Guard, and we always picked him to be up in Middle Guard reinforcements because he proved himself at a very early stage to be one of the most capable killers in the Guard as a whole, right? This man has stayed in the Guard for several months, consistently top fragging throughout most of the events, and he's going to be a new sapper pick. So may I invite Mr. Russian Ting up on over to this little area in front of the stage to be the new sappers. Right, so it's Mr. Despot, and everybody, let's get your muskets equipped and make ready. Everyone make ready with your muskets and salute our new sappers of the Fusilier Grenadiers.
La garde meurt mais ne se rend pas. On va le percer leur flanc.
Alright, and sappers, please fill on over to this little column up on over here. Over here. And then of course, Lego, you know, despite this change of leaderboard positions, you have done extremely well. You know, for you to even be a sapper in the first place is a huge honor, right? And of course, you'll be stepping down from that position, you know, with a few unlucky absences, you know, being the main reason as to why. Don't worry about it, this is perfectly fine. I'm sure you'll be back up in your position if you put in the effort in no time. So, give me a moment. If I could get you to fill the gap on over here, thank you very much. Lego up here, thank you very much. So, now on over to the Fusilier Chasseurs. Right? Now, everybody please back to brown arms. Fusilier Chasseurs, you know, as I said already, new kids on the block. And with the new kids on the block, there seems to be a new kid on the block overall, taking over that first place position. You know, this man has been in Saxony, Asia for a very, very long time. He's a very veteran killer, right? Looking past just the core in and of itself, we have him being one of the extremely venerated members of France as a whole, right? So can I invite Mr. Enzo Tot 021421 up over to the front to be the new Fusilier Chasseur sapper pick. And next up, we have another senior member of France, right? This man has been an officer in Vistule before, and he stepped down on over from that position to come up over to the guard and take his new place as a ranker here, deciding to serve not as a commander, but deciding to serve as a musket. So can I invite Lord Vampire 12345 up on over?
La garde meurt mais ne se rend pas.
And last but certainly not least, Mr. Fraded Spawn, you have done amazing as a fragger and a ranker, you know, picking out the enemies every now and then and doing well in your company overall. And I invite you up on over to the front if you are here today. Fantastic. So can we get a Lagarde on 3 for them? 1, 2, 3, Lagarde.
La garde meurt. La garde meurt.
And let us all make ready with our muskets as Mr. Desmond on over to get their full chest sapper uniforms.
La garde meurt mais ne se rend pas.
Alright, so can I get the new Fus Chas sappers to come on over? Zion Moss and Extend Max. You know, you guys have served valiantly as Fus Chas sappers, and with that bear skin, it's time to pass on the mantle to somebody else. And I'm sure that they'll be sure to continue the standards as you said, as Fusilier Chasseur rankers. So, without further ado, if I can get you guys to fill in the gaps over here, and sappers of the Fusilier chassiers, welcome to your new column within the formation. Who is that? Pennsylvania, come up one over here. Right, and everybody back down to order arms. Now, following on with the same sequence of grenadiers and on over to the chassiers, may I now invite Mr. Skelebobs up on over to the stage to announce the drafts for the sapper picks in the Tyranid Grenadiers. Skelebobs, please.
Alrighty. All of you young guys have been working really hard and running that leaderboard. So I commend all of you for your effort. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce our first young guard sapper from the Tyranid Grenadiers. And at first place we have Katsumura with 366 kills and 7 events attended. Good stuff. I've seen you grinding very hard, so well done. And at second place we have Vern1x with 257 kills and 6 events attended. Vern, I've seen you grinding really hard as well. And Alpha Boy at third place with 220 kills and 5 events attended. Alpha Boy, I've seen you working really hard. You've been socializing with other guardsmen in chat, and yeah, just keep it up. And that's what you like to get from them. And if everyone could make ready as a sign of respect for each and every one of them that worked hard.
La garde meurt, mais ne se rend pas.
And give them a Lagarde in 3, 2, 1, Lagarde.
La garde meurt. La garde meurt, mais ne se rend pas.
And introduce the Fusilier chassier sappers.
Sweet, well, yeah, I like the TG, the TC have been also working very hard. We've had a smaller company and stuff here and there, but that being said, everyone has done a tremendous job. But the 3 people that will be making Sapper, I'd first like to commemorate Namin03, who currently is unfortunately away today, which is quite ironic because prior to today he had a perfect attendance record with every event attended. So that's the first Sapper pick. The next one is Polar Play YT with 169 kills and 3 events attended. Can you come up, Polar Play? Is he? Sweet. Yeah, well done, Polar Play. I've seen you go into the fight, into charges, you know, gung-ho, and come out on top. I don't doubt that will stop anytime soon. Next, can I get SR2 to come up? Lastly, because this man ended up with 148 kills and 4 events attended. So is SR2 here? SR2, come on up. This is another example of a good soldier. He has gone into battle and often come out unharmed, which is quite shocking. But yeah. Can everyone salute for them, please? If you're already saluted, which most of you are. Can they be uniformed? That's alright, that's what. Everyone will do one big Lagarde in 3. 1, 2, 3, Lagarde! Shirtless, yeah. Right, and you two can go form at the end of the line. Well done, everyone.
Yeah, so good job, sappers. I know that a few of you guys got booted off the podium today, but that's no reason why you can't come back next time. That's the point of these cycling sappers, right? Is that you guys can always strive to overcome and get back those bear skins, so don't get disheartened, right? It's all on you. There's no bias here. Yeah, so I think that's all we have today, unless Mr. Crusader or any of our officers have something else they want to bring up. You guys want me to do that now? Okay. Stage. So, that's all we got for today. Unfortunately, Saugus couldn't make it, so anything that he wanted to announce, we'll probably just get him to put it out in an announcement or something, and I'm sure it wasn't anything super duper important, so we should be okay. We're going to transition into a little internal now because it's the shorter inspection, obviously, so I want to give you guys a little bit of shooting, a little bit of fun, right? So our officers here will start transitioning you guys into an internal. Crusader, are we going to be fighting into this map today, or are we going to move to another one? Are you in the audience?
For the sake of simplicity, I think we can stay over in this map.
Alright, we'll be staying on this map today. Any promotions, if they're happening, we'll see. They'll be in the announcements. We don't want to take up too much of your guys' time on just promotions today. If any are happening, we'll see. Yeah, so we'll be doing it on this map, so let's go ahead and everybody just go down to their echelon musters for now, and we'll start fixing up teams and stuff. So rock and roll to your echelon musters, please. Alright, shutting down the stage. Let's go to your echelon musters, guys.
Wait, keep ground down. If you ever noticed. Alrighty, Grens to Grens 1, chest to chest 1.
Go, 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 go! Split! Banana split!
To you, sappers.
That was an echoes.
Right.
La garde meurt, mais ne se rend pas.
Don't kill the chassis by the way, in the case team. Do not kill them. I will give you a demerit.
I'll give you 5
La garde meurt, mais ne se rend pas.
Alrighty, Nugget Chicken, what are you doing making me?
La garde meurt, mais ne se rend pas.
Alright, follow me. Let's go.